Poindexter's gonna be in love with you now, sir. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek X Chic, and we are here with another reaction to Daredevil Born Again. We're on season 2, episode 4, which is called Gloves Off. So yeah, apparently there's a boxing match that Fisk is gonna be in. I'm not sure why he's boxing, but you know what? He does like to get angry. And maybe this is a good thing. Maybe people need to see his violent nature because he's been playing this whole little I'm a good man thing a little bit too much, a little too hard lately. But anyways, in the past episode, we see that Matt finally managed to get into Red Hook to figure out what's going on there. He originally went there to try to find the shipment that was on the boat, but he ended up figuring out that that's where a lot of the people who were captured by the task force were being held. So Matt being Matt, he had to break them out. Things kind of got a bit chaotic, but between the help of the swordsman, and we see that, oh gosh, Angela showed up as well. She ended up being very clutch and helping on the outside of things. They did manage to get the hostages away, but unfortunately it was not without casualties because Fisk had already planned to wipe out the crew that was unloading all the cargo, and he ended up moving up that timeline. But either way, unfortunately, all those dock workers who came to do nothing but an honest job ended up losing their lives. So I guess we'll see this episode how Matt's gonna handle that, because we know that he hates loss of life most, and I feel like he's gonna blame himself for this somewhat. Obviously it's Fisk's fault, but you know how it goes. So I'm ready to jump into this episode, so let's do that. Just before I do though, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. That was a lot of oil. Calm down. Oily eggs, huh? In a nonstick pan. I guess he doesn't need to cut calories. Of course, he gets the perfect flip. Gotta stay loose for all that killing. Just eggs for breakfast? Just plain old eggs? Just naked? Ma'am, do you know that you live next to a serial killer? That man right there knows what's up. He's like, that man's crazy. That's why I didn't even ask for no change. Didn't shake the cup or nothing. He's like, I'm good. My spirit is not settled with you. That's such a cool trick. I can't do it. I can't do that or the pen spin thing. I wish I could.
One banana milkshake.
You won't win.
Doesn't everybody?
I beg your full pardon, sir. What's your obsession with all these utensils, sir? You're making me nervous.
Yeah, it's him. Task force is on route. Shit. He has a gun.
Try to find a safe place.
Sir, why are you going to get this place shot up? Although it won't be from you, because I know you're going to hit your target. But why? Can you let sister girl leave? A cherry. How about two? Damn. Did you breathe? But I guess, yeah, you don't want to be interrupted if you actually enjoy the milkshake. But banana, though? Oh, okay. We're going to see the inventive ways he's about to take people out.
Put your goddamn hands up. Turn around now. Let's go.
Why are you cursing at me, sir? This is a family establishment. I knew the toothpick was going to become a... Why'd you even put the hood on at that point? Golly! We got to give this season its props for, first of all, like, just showing more of, like, what Bullseye's actually about.
That was a great milkshake.
She's like, I'm almost retired. God, to be dead by utensils is crazy. Not a meat thermometer. Not gonna lie. Oh, your eye. Fluffy's fine. Is that your neighbor? You have to move out now or kill her. Where are you going? He doesn't need to look at you. Oh, what's on the booty? I feel like it was in the booty. Oh.
Fucking Bullseye. It's Bullseye.
Death by lobster? Would it be wrong to applaud?
I'm in a New York.
All the lobsters are free. Well done. Whole tag and everything. He said, Vanessa, I'm still coming for you, boo. I can't be mad. I mean, he's working with us at this point. If he keeps shrinking the task force down, that's going to keep Fisk a bit busy, no? Maybe?
Back to the gym I go, because I love you, New York.
BB does got them barbs. Can't say she's not sharp with the tongue.
I was arrested by the task force, the same people who killed my husband.
Let them know.
I have been in a cage for 6 months.
Jesus.
I gave Karen an account number. Use whatever you need, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Daddy Warbucks. Matt never thought he'd get him a little sugar daddy. I feel like we haven't seen the last of him. He'll definitely show up when it's clutch.
Let me do it.
Yeah, she's not on anyone's radar yet.
I just need to do this for my aunt, please.
She's shown she's competent.
They're probably already working for me.
She likes it. She's a little, yeah, Matt's like, she kind of crazy. I like it.
You understand the responsibility that comes with this.
I think she's beginning to, unfortunately.
Were you?
She said back at you.
My name is Christophe Savas. I'm here to help.
Oh, Christophe.
I don't like it when you send me away and shut me out.
Well, y'all aren't really that close,
Got a matched set.
if you say so.
I should be there tonight.
I'll call you when it's over.
That is the look of when women say, oh, it's fine, when it's not fine.
The illegal weapons, the fake documents. Can you connect any of it to Fisk?
Likely not.
All the paperwork was signed off by Βασιλιάς του Εγκλήματος.
The kingpin. That was sloppy, but I guess he planned to kill them anyway.
All the task force will be at the fight tonight.
Yeah. At Fogwell's.
Really?
Some of the last memories of my father in that jail.
That's probably why Fisk chose it.
Now it's Carling's task force.
Yeah, he wants me there.
Exactly.
I love you.
You love every girl, Matt. It doesn't even mean anything anymore. It's not special. Sorry, y'all. You know me. If it ain't Claire or that mess, what's her name? Yeah, I'm not interested. Electra. It's got to be one of those two.
We'll still be paying your legal bills.
Safer streets. I don't need a warrant or probable cause. We won't even need to knock.
How about you shut up, ho?
You hear from him, you turn him in.
Attorney-client privilege still applies.
I don't give a fuck about your attorney, client, whatever the fuck.
He's such an idiot.
Bullshit.
Talk like that'll get you hurt someday.
Talk like that is how I do my fucking job.
Yeah, some of us actually have a backbone.
You tell Matt Murdock we said hello.
You're so scared of him, it's not even funny. If Matt Murdock showed up right now, y'all would piss yourselves.
I've had enough. This leaks in Red Hook, leaks in City Hall.
Why is wombat shit cube-shaped? I mean, it's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Apparently they like to stack it in Lego walls of wombat shit. They get the bitches. They literally ship bricks. All of this is not supposed to be in a warehouse in Brooklyn. It's supposed to be on its way to Guinea-Bissau to win the hearts and minds. People need these arms. Shots must be fired.
Really?
Or city. That's rich.
Do not mock me.
It is a big world out there.
Right?
Tyler,
Like,
with-
you're so crazy.
And on behalf of the agency, we appreciate your service. A service, I might remind you, which is yet to be rendered.
Right? Technically, you haven't delivered.
And then Uncle Sam shows up and your facility, the golden fucking goose is cooked because this place is compromised.
All truths.
It's a very difficult time controlling your very, very small piece of the world.
I am not your employee.
We're partners.
I don't respond well to threats.
Who's threatening?
Threats.
Right? He's simply stating the facts. You're just such a little bitch.
Your shipment will be delivered when the time is right. I would ask that you practice patience.
Okay. Oh, don't worry. Your time is coming. Your time is definitely coming. He did a good job of maintaining his cool. I know he definitely didn't expect both those guys to be taken down, but I do want to know his deal, though. I think he's working for who he says he is, but I think there's more to it because that guy was drinking like a fish.
Where's Matt? Karen,
Can't tell you that.
you think you know people.
It's out of protection, not out of lack of trust. The less people who know who Matt is, the better, although pretty much everybody knows who Matt is. But anyway.
What do you need?
Right. It's like, I know you didn't just come here to give me a pep talk.
It's you. That's the mystery to me. He's like the white bull crashing through everything.
Pretty much.
We can be candid with each other, right?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
Vanessa's never truly candid.
I don't see safer streets, a thriving economy, and neighborhood revitalization as problems.
Those are not the truth of what's happening.
It'd be a shame if New York's progress was halted because of unfortunate decisions.
Thinly veiled threat.
You could have done all of this on your own,
Clock that.
and yet you chose to do it with Wilson.
Because she's a bird in the end.
And now I can't imagine it being any other way.
Translation, she's a bird.
Can you temper his darker impulses?
No, because she's right in bed with them.
But I can back Mayor and Mrs. Fisk.
Thank you.
Cowards. All cowards. I don't really blame them at that lady though, because she knows people who piss off Fisk often don't live very long.
I need you not to screw it up.
So I got you.
This was the thief? I hope he doesn't screw up. I don't trust him at all.
What are you pulling rank?
Let's go. Want me to call my friends?
Hate these task force.
Everyone does. That is bold of Matt to have his whole face out again, but I guess wearing a mask could be a bit too much. On the lower half of his face, I mean. You found his lucky quarter? Oh, it's from the church.
You seem troubled, officer. Actually, I grew up in this church.
No way.
I found that at a murder scene today. These tokens are available to all our parishioners. So
Right.
I don't possibly know who left this. Tell me who you think.
He doesn't want to die.
He came looking for a nun who used to be assigned here. This man, what did he want?
Absolution.
Counsel, penance. I told him I wasn't a priest yet. He held a knife on me. Even so, I can't turn someone over to the police. His judgment is not for us to say.
That man is a man of the cloth.
But I do need to find him, or others will die.
But I mean, the people who are dying, is this such a bad thing?
What will you do when you find him?
Right? Like, he'll kill me. Everybody's showing off. Look at me. I've got perfect aim. I was about to say, his OCD ass would definitely notice something is missing. Actual combat is not Poindexter's typical thing. God damn, I know that hurt both of y'all. Ah!
I'm on your side.
Yeah, he's mad about Foggy. That's really not what it is.
What that woman had me do to your friend.
Don't you bring him up! Don't you dare bring him up! Not like this!
He's trying to explain it. You're not listening, so.
I had to get my mind back.
He did.
What is this one good deed? What is it you want to do?
What you wouldn't do.
That part.
What you won't do.
That part.
I'm gonna make things right. I'm gonna help you. Look, just calm
Well,
down.
you're not really helping him because that's what he wants, but
I am calm.
he is actually very calm. The cat's like, what is happening? Oh, she's like, I liked you, Toby. I was on your side. Translating the Polish for y'all.
Was the one who ordered you to scuttle the ship.
Achilles called him Vasilias to Eglimatos, the kingpin.
I was like, yeah, translate for those of us who don't speak Greek.
I've been to many ports all over this world. In order to make that happen, you have to own the city.
Yep.
The marshals are on their way. They'll keep you safe.
No, they won't. The only way to keep that man safe, you would have already had to get him across state lines and like in federal cut. Not even actually because someone from Langley is already there watching this. Sorry, I hate to tell you, bro, you're dead.
Brother, my cousin, my tia, yo, they obsessed. Can I get a pic? It's gonna blow their mind.
Yeah, for sure. Come on.
Tell him he's gonna slip it in quietly. All right, kiddo, you get points.
I didn't realize I was on a date with a celebrity.
Not a celebrity and not a date.
Yeah, not yet.
Not ever. I really like how they've built out his character now because now that we know that he's not as dumb jockey as he came off in season 1, we don't know how much he actually observes, right? He's very good at playing dumb when he needs to. I think he knew something was weird about that interaction, but I don't know that he actually saw the exchange.
We can't have any loose ends.
Don't worry, sir. Me and North got it.
I was working, I couldn't understand it.
Cannot wait for them to get, I need it to be a Poindexter, a Punisher for them. It can't be a jail thing for them. I'm so sorry. Matt's not the right one for it, but somebody is.
Determined by knockout, TKO, or points.
How about murder? Because that's what Fisk's going to be going for. He's not good at controlling his temper. What are you getting booed for? That's a bigger boy. He's a bigger boy. Is that fair though? Like, I'm not a boxing person. I know nothing about it, but like, there's weight classes, right? Like, is 100 pounds not completely out of a weight class? I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a fun fight, so they're not taking it that seriously, but.
I want a clean fight. Nothing below the belt.
So you know who you're talking to? Fisk has never done anything above the belt. Oh my God. Relax, bro. He's not your daddy who hated you. Peace out. It was nice knowing you, buddy. That's where Buck's headed right now. But you know, this is all Matt's fault too, though. I'm so sorry. Like his just refusal to admit the fact that the system is corrupt AF. Well, let's just end the fight now. Just lay down, bro. Lay down. I'm glad people are seeing this, though. A lot of people need to see that Fisk is very violent.
Hello, Mr. Salva.
So sorry. Bro, just lay down. It's not worth it. See, now if I'm the other guy, I'm going to take it below the belt. I'm punching him in the balls because this man does not need to reproduce ever. So yeah, I'm punching the hell out of those little tiny sacks. Yeah, he's going to murder this man, guys. Be prepared. She wasn't supposed to be here. Not the camera spin. Good, they can all see the monster you are. It's beyond time. But don't act shocked. Y'all were bloodthirsty 2 minutes ago. You love that, don't you? This is what y'all wanted. He's fixing the city, no? There, stop pretending.
You can.
Man, she just right hooked her all of a sudden.
You need to go now.
Yeah, she's using you as a shield. It's not love. Just a bunch of randos catching it. God damn. But mostly these guys.
Shoot him down!
Shoot him with what? Please tell me a piece hit Vanessa. Oh no. I don't want Poindexter to die though, not for these hoes. He's like, that's my friend! Just kidding. He's like, if anyone gets to kill that bitch, it's gonna be me. He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, that's so romantic! You see how Matt just grabbed him and saved him and swooped him out like a dashing man? Poindexter's gonna be in love with you now, sir. No! Yeah, send more of your task force to get killed. You dumb, Fisk. You dumb! Yeah! Sorry. Period. That's what she gets for thinking she missed Big Bad King Kong Big. What's wrong with you, girl? You can do a lot of things, Vanessa, but fighting was not one of them, girl. Fighting was not one of them, and you should already know that Poindexter's got the gift of the ricochet.
Get an ambulance!
Can we, like, have all the ambulances halted, please? All the ambulances halted. She'll survive. Don't worry, guys. I'm being extra. She's fine. If Poindexter had his way, he would have... unless she really does die, in which case I'm actually going to be... Oh, no, she blinked. She's okay still. She's okay. She might be blind. Or, you know, worse. Is there worse than having, like, a shard? Like, you know, just being bored, like, possibly right behind her temple? I guess there is. Could have been right in her brain. Woo! That got spicy at the end, didn't it, guys? That was episode 4, and good. Very much like it. We are trying to get some more things in motion here. We see that at the end of the last episode, Christophe showed up and, you know, he's trying to figure out what to do to save himself because obviously the captain is gone. He doesn't know that part though. And he knows Fisk and his people are looking for him. So because he went there, they were like, okay, let's try to do this because, you know, Matt, bless his naive heart, is still trying to do this according to the law. So he's like, okay, like if we want to be able to bring Fisk down, we need his testimony. We need a lawyer to get it. It can't be Matt Murdock because because we know why. So let's get Kirsten in here to do it, which she did. They got it recorded at the very least. I mean, how usable it's gonna be at this point now that the actual witness is dead and can't corroborate the statement again, we'll have to see. But I kind of like that, you know, with Kirsten, she's doing her best, right? She's doing her best to hold it together and keep things going at the firm with Matt's perpetual absence, and of course him being not necessarily enemy number one, but one of the most wanted in the city. And I like that Karen kind of came back and, you know, she's doing her best to like let Kirsten know that it's like she's being appreciated, but she can't tell her anything. And I get where Kirsten's coming from, because she put a lot of blind faith in Matt to even start up the law firm, and she's taken so many cases and done a lot of things not knowing the full story, but really just going on her gut feeling of Matt. And I get that for her, she probably feels a little some type of way right now, because it's like, okay, well, I've done all this. I've shown so much faith in Matt. I've extended myself so much. And now, like, you won't even tell me where you are. Like, you don't trust me enough to tell me that. Like, that's the way it comes across. I get that. Obviously, as an audience, we know that Matt's doing it to protect her, right? It's a way to keep her from, you know, potentially being in more danger than she already is. Because right now, as you can see, Fisk isn't really paying attention to her, neither is the task force. So that's kind of the way things should continue, so she can continue being, you know, helpful to Matt in which way she can. But more importantly, she'll be safer that way. But anyway, I'm glad we got that statement, because as we see, unfortunately, Christophe was gone. As I said in the episode, Matt is extremely, like, I always want to be careful about this, because I never want to say that it's wrong for Matt to want to believe in the system. It's that it's wrong for Matt to want justice to be what he thinks it's supposed to be, but it's just a little too reckless and naive. And this is what's been brought out to him by the Punisher, and somewhat naively brought, well, not naively, a little bit more ruggedly brought out, or crudely brought out to by Poindexter, which is that, you know, the system's broken. The system as it is right now is not what you want it to be, Matt. It's so far from that. And at the moment, the system is being controlled by Fisk. So it's not fair. It's not right. It's not okay. And it's going to be in his favor every single time. So you need to kind of shift your game a little bit in order to work with that. And again, I don't want Matt to go against his principles, right? Matt does not like to take life. That's a last resort for Matt. He does not want to do it. And I'm thankful for that, because, you know, as we've seen over the seasons and in the previous series, he's a bit of a ragey guy, right? He's a little bit of a rage monster, that one. He's already barely containing his anger on the best of days. So imagine if he didn't have the moral line of not killing someone there. It'd be terrible. But I think also he's got to recognize that, as I said, adjustments need to be made on how he handles things, because the system as he knows it right now is being owned or controlled by Fisk. Therefore, it is broken. Not beyond repair, but it is broken. So anyway, as soon as I heard they were handing him to the feds, I was like, he's gone. You sentenced him to death now. I mean, it was going to be very hard to keep him hidden, to be fair. Like, New York's only so big. Him trying to get out was probably going to be very difficult. And again, where would he even go? Because it still feels like America's not even his home. So like, where would he even go? But yeah, it's a tough one, because I don't believe Matt or Karen or anybody on that side recognizes, none of them would know about Mr. Charles. They don't know about the fact that there's like Langley level people that are invested in this. So yeah, there was really nowhere that Christophe was going to be safe currently, right? Just because of he was connected to the Northern, whatever, what's it called? Northern Star? Yeah, like that sadly was his death sentence, which sucks for him. But anyway, so now that taped confession is all they've got. They got to hold on to that. Hopefully when the time comes, they can use it. Outside of that, we see that, I love that Angela's still making herself useful. She delivered the information that was necessary to BB so that she can use it for her, underground activities. Of course, she was right next to Daniel when the exchange happened between her and and actually, I really like the fact that Angela was smart enough to know not to go directly by herself to give it to BB. Even though she's not necessarily a popular person, her face is out there, right? Because, her direct correlation to her uncle, the chain that she's wearing, the fact that someone may have seen her face from the break. Like, I'm glad she was smart enough to know that going directly to BB probably wouldn't be smart. So I love that she grabbed someone who has no connections to BB to deliver the evidence. But as I mentioned, I think Daniel has proven in the last few episodes that he's far more observant than he lets on. So I think they did like I said, I love the way the show kind of had him take that extended look at her after the guy left, before he kind of made it look like, oh, it's just a joke. I feel like he did notice something. And again, we already know from last episode that he suspects that BB is the one who has information. I don't think he realizes that she's getting it from him, but I think at this point he's like 80% certain that she has access to the leak and that she's using the information. So we'll see what happens, because I do think, like I said in the last episode, I do think Daniel genuinely likes BB. I think he has a crush on her. And I think more than anything, he wants her to work with him. He doesn't want it to come down to, having to throw her to the literal wolf, which will probably end her life as well. So yeah, we'll see whether or not he did pay attention to that. I'm sure we're going to find out pretty soon. Other than that, we did see Mr. Charles this episode. Again, I love Mr. Matthew Lillard. I wish we saw more of him. I'm loving him, actually. I kind of like his sarcastic energy, especially in front of Fisk, even though that's a very dangerous thing to do. But yeah, I love that he's kind of letting Fisk know that things are not going well, that he's very much observing, even though he's not around a lot. He's like, no, I know you're screwing up. I know you don't have things in hand. Things are slipping through your fingers and we're not happy about it. And we had a deal and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? Like, I have a sneaking suspicion, unfortunately, Mr. Charles will probably end up dead before the end of the season, which breaks my heart because I love Mr. Matthew Lillard. But I also like the fact that, he's only one person, right? Matthew Lillard is like, he's the fixer, right? He's supposed to be the person who not even the fixer. He's like the overseer. He's just kind of there to make sure that all the different pieces are there to kind of give gentle but firm reminders to people to do what they're supposed to do. But like, we're talking Langley here. And I really love the one thing I loved about that speech he gave to Fisk was like, bro, you think you're sitting here with your dick all inflated over the fact that you got one little tiny city in the world, not even the biggest, not even the most populous, not even the most powerful. You got one little city under your control and you think you can swing your dick all over the place. Like, he's like, you have no idea how big this world is, sir. You are such a tiny guppy in this ocean of sharks that it's laughable. Just so you know, he's like, you've never left the country before because you would know that you ain't nothing, right? And we saw a couple episodes ago that Fisk was saying that he thinks he should go global. It's like, bro, you're not even prepared. If you can't handle Mr. Charles telling you facts, not even like he's talking about, Fisk's like, oh, you're threatening me. No, he didn't. All he did is bring up all the ways you screwed up, all the ways you've not actually lived up to your side of the bargain, and that's a threat. Fisk will always be nothing more than a tantruming child. That's the thing. Like, I love that they always show that no matter how many suits he puts on and how many women he's got by his side or whatever he does, in the end, he's still that little tantruming kid that we saw. If you saw the show Echo, another good one, underrated, there was the whole mindscape that Echo got into his head with. This is kind of a spoiler if you haven't seen it. But the short of it is, in that show, we saw that Fisk is very much the emotionally and physically abused child that always felt trapped and scared and angry because of what his father did and the fact that his mom didn't do anything to protect him. That is who that, and all that giant body, that's all that's in there, is a screaming, tantruming child who wants someone to like reach out and help him. But he won't take the help because he thinks he can do it himself, but he can't because he's a child. You get my point? So anyway, that was interesting. But yeah, Mr. Charles, obviously you see that, what's his name? Buck killed his men. But like I said, even if he takes out Mr. Charles, this is Langley. And Langley, if they're sending arms to another country, likely inciting a civil war that they're going to profit from. Yeah, Fisk, if he thinks no, baby. Langley and the people that they have will wipe you off the map, sir. They will make sure that they're so cleanly gone. You're so cleanly gone, no one will even remember you existed in a few years. Like, don't piss them off. Don't piss them off. Do not take Mr. Charles's flippant attitude, seemingly flippant. He's not flippant at all, but his seemingly flippant attitude as that this is not serious, because it's dead serious. But anyway, so yeah, things on Fisk's side are still not going very well because obviously, yes, he was feeling happy about the fact that Christoffel was found, but obviously he can't move the shipments. Too many eyes are on him. His wife did manage to get the deputy, or the governor, what do you call her? Whoever the person was who could revoke the Freeport thing. She's working with her tentatively for now. But the point is, he still don't have Poindexter. He still don't have Daredevil in hand. And he knows, even though he's not admitting it, he knows that there's still unrest and that people do not fully trust him. So there's still a lot going on with Fisk, even though he's trying his best to hold it together on the outside. But yeah, outside of that, I think the other good thing was that we had, of course, the display of Poindexter and what he's capable of. They've kind of given it to us multiple times, but this episode was really the one where we got to see him shine for like a solid 5 minutes. And I love that. I love when Marvel takes time to actually show what these people can do, right? That's the fun part of having a superhero show. And I feel like a lot of times, we don't get to see enough of that. And again, I know that these are lower budget than the movies, but still, I think that Bullseye is one of the few powers that's pretty easy to do as far as practical and stuff, right? As well as CGI. It's not that crazy. But anyways, I love that we got to see it. And like I said, of course, I'm not advertising for willy-nilly killing, but we're taking out a bunch of people who are effectively acting like terrorists. Like, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I mean, yes, unfortunately, yes, there's probably a handful of them who might have been like the guy who gave Matt the badge last episode, but they're not the majority in this group, unfortunately, right? And again, I feel like if you're not willing to set your arms down and say you're not going to be part of something, then you're going with it and you're enabling it. So, if you catch the proverbial strays, though in the case of Poindexter is never a stray, you get what you get, right? So anyways, I like that we got to see that. Matt and Poindexter finally interacted. As I said, they should be kind kind of trying to talk about working together, but obviously Matt never works well with people who take lives, hence him and Frank's very tense relationship. But there's the extra layer with Poindexter where Matt's concerned, of course, because he did kill Foggy. And, you know, Poindexter was attempting to explain to Matt why he did it. And Matt, of course, you know, this is his problem all the time. He's so ragey. He never just, sometimes he needs to just sit down and just take a breath and listen. But the rage takes over and he doesn't want to hear anything. And also he emotionally represses, which we saw last season, right? So there's a combo of things there. And so Poindexter couldn't talk to him. I'm not saying he's still right to be taking out people left and right, but if you actually listen to Poindexter explain the fact that he's got mental issues, literal mental issues. This is not just, you know, the fact that he had, like, if I remember his comic story correctly, he was trained, like he used to work for like special ops and stuff. Like he wasn't just out here learning to kill people for fun. He actually tried training. He was damn good at it. Things happened. He became someone who became a killer for hire. But all that to say that he's not the kind of person who would normally just take jobs and kill people for, you know, no reason at all, so to speak. And so him trying to explain to Matt that I'm not okay. I wasn't okay. And when Vanessa came to me, I was at a low and she dangled my mental health in front of me. And that's why I did it. And now that my head is back and I'm clear, I realize I messed up and I don't know any other way to atone for it. And the thing is, as I said, who he's going up against is not necessarily innocent people here. Like these are people who have caused a lot of damage and are continuing to cause a lot of damage. So again, is he right to go on a killing spree? No. However, if Matt had just listened to him, he might have been able to reason with him versus, again, trying to beat the crap out of him. Or worse, try to turn him over to the police, which would get him killed by Fisk. So anyways, thankfully, I think Matt figured out that him getting, you know, close to Fisk would be a death sentence. And we see that at the boxing match, which again, I'm so glad that people saw, well, BB is the only one who seems to really care, how murderous that Fisk is. That, you know, the whole thing with the smiles is a big veneer. I mean, she kind of knew already, but now to see him viscerally pretty much almost murder a man in front of everyone, I hope that some people have got a bit of a wake-up call. But yeah, we see that at the match, you know, it was bait for Poindexter. I think Poindexter knew it was, but he didn't care because it was a bit sloppy of him to go in knowing there's that many guns. And we see that, yeah, he did get his objective, right? Vanessa was his target. He never wanted to Kingpin that much. If he wanted to, he could have killed Kingpin a long time ago. But it's Vanessa, right? He wanted his revenge on her. And I knew that when he chose what he chose, I'm like, he's not looking for the whole thing to hit. He's definitely banking on Ricochet, the glass breaking and there'd be ricocheting glass. And that's exactly what happened, right? I should say thank God. If he hadn't thrown before he was shot, he might have been off for the first time in his life. But yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. And as we see, it cost him, you know, whatchamacallit, an abdominal wound. But Vanessa is not, I mean, I don't think they're going to kill her. I don't know in the comics. In the comics, I know that there's a version where Vanessa dies, but I don't think we're going that route. But I don't think she's going to be okay. And this is actually a huge blow to Kingpin. He's going to be very emotionally unstable after this. So yeah, I feel like the second half of this season is going to be very interesting now because remember we started off the season with it seeming like he was on top of the world and it's been slowly but surely falling apart episode by episode. And so yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is going to affect Fisk, where he's going to go. He gets sloppy when he's emotional. So we're going to have to see what that means going forward. But overall though, like I said, it was another good episode. Makes me very hungry for the next one to see what we're going to do or see what's going to happen also between Matt and Poindexter again, because like I said, Matt did save Poindexter. He could have left him there to get his just desserts, as it were, but he saved him. And Poindexter, I don't know how he's going to register that. I don't know if he's going to register that as a good thing or a bad thing for Matt, but yeah, I feel like I feel like Matt and Poindexter could potentially get to a place of having a relationship similar to what Matt has with Frank, where they disagree heavily on certain philosophies, but they have a common goal, which is to take Fisk down. So we'll have to see. I'm interested in that conversation when Matt's a little less ragey. Hopefully that's what we get. But yeah, another good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along. If you did, please show some love and I'll see you in the next one.